collision with purpose, in pursuit of purpose.
Unmute yourself, Donna.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to In the Spotlight, the home of unfiltered conversation. This is where real talk is what we do. I am Donna Thompson.
I am Dr. Laxter Stevenson, and together we're your moderators. Donna, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I'm so looking forward to today's show. What do we have on today? Who do we have on, and what's going on?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so our special guest today is none other than a retired WNBA basketball player. Do you want me to tell you her name?
Well, before you tell us her name, I'd like you to say it again. WNBA star.
WNBA star. Thank you so much for that correction because that is so important. Yes, WNBA star, basketball player. And she is going to give us all the insights of behind the scenes of basketball, all the juicy stuff, what happened behind the scenes. And I'm just excited. I'm just excited to have her joining us this evening.
I can't wait to get her on because I know some things happen behind the scene, and she's going to share it all with us today. So we have something to look forward to, right?
Oh, yes.
Before we get to Michelle, let's talk about what's going on in a collision with purpose world. What's happening there?
Okay, so many things happening in a collision with purpose. Oh my goodness. It's like, where do we start? However, hot off the press though, is this guy here. I got to share it with you guys. It's Unearthing You, your guide to self-discovery and personal growth. It is hot off the press. You can actually purchase your copy now on Amazon or on our website. And just like what it says, it's a guide to self-discovery and personal growth. So this is something that you definitely want to make the investment. There's several exercises. And it's all about just helping you to become the better version of yourself.
One of the things I like about this guide is every single chapter is a workshop. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow. So can you go to that first page and tell us what others are saying about Unearthing You? Now choose one of those and just read about it.
Okay, sure. So we have so many feedback here, but let's go ahead and give you what one of our educators, Mr. Art Hines, has to say about this phenomenal workbook here. He says, we all have greatness within us and are blessed whenever the opportunity to benefit from a resource is designed to help us bring it out. Unearthing You, your guide to self-discovery and personal growth, is such a resource. It can help to stimulate a new awakening in us and direct us toward our God-given purpose. Be inspired as you start anew on the road to your brighter future and much success. Wow. Thank you
Wow.
from Mr. R. Times.
Wow. I'm going to read what Dr. Iglika is saying. She said, it takes a lifetime to learn how to handle life. Sometimes we figure it out once we are beyond the border, time span, and control. We move towards learning about our living through an experiential blend of self, knowledge, opportunities, and capabilities we have been nurturing wholeheartedly and bluntly. They are all changing constantly. Unearthing you is a straightforward, purposeful, and practical guide, accrediting you with powerful tools. Enjoy using it and have your best self delivered. Thank you, Dr. Iglika. You're all the way in France, and we appreciate you for your kind words. Now, talk about the workshop. There is a workshop that accompanies this book.
Oh, yes, the workshop. Now, like we said, it's a guide, right, to self-discovery and personal growth. So no wonder there is a workshop, because the workshop is going to help you to get through all these various exercises. And just like you touched on earlier, like each topic can be a workshop within itself. So regardless of where you start in this guide, it's a workshop within itself to help you to get to be the best version of yourself. So if you're investing in the guide, you definitely want to invest in the workshop. It goes hand in hand.
So it's a 6-hour workshop, right? It can be purchased online, and we have it virtual or in person as well. So check out our website, sign up for the workshop. Believe me when I tell you, you won't regret it. All right. What else is happening in a collision with purpose world? What else we got going on?
So the next big thing that we have going on is the great book, A Collision with Purpose, that will be published in December of 2023. And that is where we have several collaborators that have shared their stories of triumph and actually overcoming obstacles, traumatic experiences in life. But what is so great about this book is that it also, individuals are telling their stories of how bad things happened to them and how they turned that over and made it, flipped it into something positive in their life to help them to where now they're either aligned with their purpose or walking in their purpose, but it has helped them to become better versions of themselves. So it's very it's a great read. It's going to touch the core of who you are, and I can't wait until it comes out in probably the end of the month, I'm thinking.
Well, I have a call in to my publisher, and she will tell me exactly when, right? So we're going to put some pressure on her. I see
Yeah.
her. She's online. She's online, and she's making some comments. I see she said, what are we on the song like radio announcers? That is one of her. But anyway, we're going to put some pressure on her to get this book out. I have so many pre-orders, and we got to get this in the hands of those people that need it. This book is not helping anyone on the bench, on the
Not at
desk. We
all.
got to get it out there so it can do its work. I was having a conversation with our editor, and she said, these are real life stories. Real life stories. Stories that will be, play such an important role, will be impactful, and will change lives as it did with the collaborators when they experienced their stories. What else is happening? Something else is happening, right? In March.
So yes, so we have the colloquium that is happening in March. That will be March 2nd. That will be at the Shiloh High School in Snellville, Georgia. And that's where we have the opportunity of honoring individuals in our community that have been doing phenomenal work, humanitarian work in the community. And, they just haven't been recognized. And we want to be able to recognize those individuals, like, we said before, giving people their flowers and their roses while they're here and letting them know that they're appreciated. So that will be happening in March. It's an event where you will definitely get to meet individuals, network with individuals from various, parts of the community, the world. We have people who are traveling for the event. So it's just going to be an awesome event. I definitely want to tell people, get your tickets. Come with an open mind and an open heart to where you'll be receiving a wealth of knowledge, and you definitely will not be walking away unsatisfied.
The big piece for me with the event is, of course, the book launch is everything, but that we're able to honor individuals who are doing purposeful work in their communities. These are the unsung heroes. These are people that you don't hear about. Not enough is said about them. But it
Mhm.
is one thing to do big things once a year, but these individuals, they're doing it day in, day out, day in, day out. So that's a big deal. So we must honor them, and we will be doing exactly that. But we will also be making some announcements.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we have a university, a learning academy coming online, and much of what you will learn online will be in this book. This will be the outline. And once you receive this book, purchase it, open it, you will see the power within. So that will be making the announcement, a Collision with Purpose Learning Institute, and that will be coming online soon. We're developing the courses right now. So something to look forward to. I promise you, you will walk away feeling renewed. So I see you're wearing In Pursuit of Purpose. Interestingly, our first book, we're wearing the title. It's called A Collision with Purpose. That's the main title. And the subtitle is In Pursuit of Purpose. Now, we didn't plan this, did we?
No, we did not.
This was not planned, but it is happening. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It means that we're in alignment and we're going to kick it off and make it happen. And I absolutely correct. Every leader should get this book, Unearthing You, your guide to self-discovery and personal growth. And I want to say a couple of quick things about the individuals who are involved in putting this book together. And I'm really proud to say that my daughter, Tremaine Stevenson, she played a huge role in putting this book together. My other daughter, Kiana, she played a huge role. Donna, yourself, you played a huge role. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. This is an awesome book. Our publisher, talk about our publisher, Donna, for you know her much better than I do. Talk about her.
Our publisher said we need a pink sweatshirt.
Talk about our publisher.
Oh my goodness gracious. Our publisher is none other than Joe T. Randall of Victorious U Press Publishing. And they are a phenomenal publishing company. They take you from the beginning all the way through to the end of publishing, and they have various different strategies that they will take you through with when it comes on to publishing your book. And they have different packages to help you along the way of publishing your book. And they have been in business for quite some time now. And our publisher has, like a wealth of experience because she has published over um, 400 books for authors, and they've hit the best-selling author list. And so she knows, she has the experience of how to publish and all the ins and outs, how to make sure that your book is grammatically correct, that it's aligned, just everything that you can possibly think about in publishing. Victorious U Press is definitely the company that will help you to get your book out.
Well, soon she'll be coming on the platform, so we'll get the opportunity to have an in-depth conversation with her, and she'll be talking not just about her publishing company, but herself as well, because she's got a story to tell, and she'll be telling it, right? So
Right.
she'll be coming on. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I just want to say a little bit as well that not too long from now, we will be getting into another season for Jamaica International Foreign Song Competition. Stay tuned for that. More to come from that. We're aligned with that as well. We have our nonprofit organization, Global Humanity Network. We're doing some work in Kenya right now. We're doing work anywhere there are underserved people. So I just want to plug that because that's so important. Because at the end of the day, a collision with purpose is all about serving. So we're going to bring our guests on, Donna. But before we do that, I think we should just take a quick break. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we can take just a quick break, okay? A quick break.
Just a quick break. All right, well, let's take a quick break.
A collision with purpose. In pursuit of purpose.
All right, welcome back. Donna, it's time.
Yes.
Bring her on.
Drum. I don't have a drum roll. Drum roll.
Oh, bring her on.
Okay, so without further ado, y'all, we're gonna bring on none other than Michelle Chocolate Reed.
Hi, how you doing? Hello. Good evening. Thank you.
Good evening,
Y'all
Michelle.
Y'all are so cute together on here, I tell you.
This is all about unfiltered stuff, feeling good, saying what's on your mind. So I know you came here ready to do that, right?
Absolutely.
All right. But before we get going, can you talk to us? Who is Michelle Chocolate Reed? And I tell you one thing, I like chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So Michelle Reed is a retired, first of all, I'm a child of God. I'd be remiss to leave that out and not say that first. I'm a retired professional basketball player with the WNBA LA Sparks and also played in Croatia and Finland, which is overseas basketball. I'm a New York City and state basketball champion. I'm a Division I Sun Belt Conference champion. I'm an All-American athlete. I'm a newly published author of What Happens After the Game, a memoir about moi and my legacy and my experiences on and off the court. And I'm currently in the building stages of building out a vision to create my own Michelle Reed Foundation, which will be a footprint of the legacy that I want to leave beyond my time here on Earth.
You have some stuff going on, Michelle. Where do we start?
Yeah, it's brewing. It's brewing.
You have some stuff going on. But that's what happened before. We're going to get into what happened after the game.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened before the game?
Before the game, Michelle did some living. I experienced some lessons. I experienced some challenges. I experienced some greatness. I found parts of myself of each level of my life, right? So I was a young girl, grew up in Southeast Queens and in Queens, New York. I'm a single mother, amazing, amazing woman of strength and leadership, and had 3 older brothers who all were into sports. My mom, my brothers, all. It was the first thing that brought our family together, especially in community. And it was a gift that was shared with me, and I kind of just took the ball and just realized what my gifts was in sports, and it grew into my passion and grew into my love, and it grew into who I became at each level of my life. And without playing sports, I have no idea what my life would have looked like without it. I can't even imagine life without the game.
Wow. What's
Yeah.
this chocolate thing about? What's the chocolate thing about? Where did that come from?
That was a nickname given to me by a partner years ago. I was called the Lucky Charm, and it was Chocolate Charm. The original name was Chocolate Charm, and it got narrowed down to chocolate. So people was just calling me chocolate instead of Chocolate Charm, and I actually was like, oh, okay, I can roll with the chocolate. So, and of course, I got the chocolate skin, the melanin skin, and complexion, and it just kind of stuck. You know, it just became my identity as a nickname. Growing up, my name was Shello, and is that was something that my friends and always called me, and that was my childhood nickname. So my adult nickname became Chocolate.
That story.
I was somebody's lucky charm.
Donna, what you know about basketball anyway?
Repeat that. I'm sorry.
No, I'm asking Donna, what she know about basketball? Donna, are you a basketball fan?
All I know about basketball, when I played basketball in high school, and that's how many umpteen years ago. But currently, no, I'm not. I mean, I'll hear about it, but not as familiar.
That's okay, because even in sports, you have your spectators, and then you have people you need to educate about the game, right? So it's okay. It grew onto you. It's all right. We'll get you there. Because one thing about women's basketball is it's elevating to a level that people are not ready for, but they will be. You know what I mean? The demand behind the sport is growing every day. And at the college level, you know, you see it all over TV, but the WNBA level is, I have to commend them for where they're growing to at over 25 years in the sport happening. And it took a while for people to gravitate to it. And believe it or not, there's a lot of student athletes that don't know much about the WNBA, or they just know what happens in their school or in their communities. But it's women's basketball is not magnetic, and it's not a household name the way it should be, but it's getting there. Especially the WNBA. I won't say college basketball. College basketball seems to have more recognition than the WNBA, but the WNBA is growing to a place that's highly respected and getting to a level where those players are becoming household names, and that I love.
And I know you will continue adding value and getting the word out about it, because it should be out. So Donna, I know you have some questions for Michelle. Talk to Michelle.
So I wanted to ask you, because you said something about the recognition where there is such a vast difference between high school, college, and then the professional league. And college, of course, is, you know, you hear more about that. What do you think is the reason why the college sector is so much more popular than the professional league with women's basketball?
Money and exposure, money and marketing. It's a lot of money put behind in women's basketball at the college level. And of course, with any business, because WNBA is a business at the end of the day, right? And as is college basketball, it's a business. The draw is the money. The draw is the fan base. The draw is the watches. The draw is the spectators. So as long as money is paid for each ticket to fill a seat, that shows a need, right? And that's where the audience grows. So if you're getting more people that's fans of the game at the college level than they are at the WNBA level. Where's the money going to go? It's going to go to exposing the college level, right? And then you'll see those games more on TV than you do the WNBA games. And that's when it comes into players being their own advocates in the game. One thing I love about the New York Liberty when the league first started and when I was here in New York, the players like Teresa Weatherspoon and Ken Hampton, they came out into the community and they mingled with the fans as if they were part of the community. And that's why to this day, when they come back to a Liberty game, the fans embrace them as if they still on the court playing, because they never stopped reaching out to the community. And they were approachable. People could talk to them. You could walk up to them and strike a conversation, take a picture. And I think that's more of what the WNBA needs. They need to be in the communities, dwelling with the audience and not depending on TV to be their own marketing tool. And I really have faith in the fact that if players really take stronger pride in that and building a brand around that the league will, once again, like yourself, people like yourself, where you may not go to a game, but you will know about who the WNBA players are and what they do off the court. And that's what's important to the game for me. It's not about who you are on the court. It's not just about who you are on the court. It's how you display yourself off the court. And that's a big piece of sports. That's a big piece of life.
Life. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's all a business.
And we must continue to make those connections, right? So let's talk to us. What happens after the game? What's that all about?
All right. Well, let's get into the raw of where I'm at right now. Right. So I can't have this conversation with you guys without being totally transparent about the transition that my life has made. So in the last 5 years, I've been out on an injury that really caused some major damage to my body. Usually as an athlete, you have an injury, you ice it, or you get your therapy or your treatment, you heal, your body bounce back, and you're ready to go again. As you age, things take a little longer to heal, and injuries last a little longer. So what I thought was a slip and fall at work would be something that I bounced back quick from. It wound up being now 5 years of me dealing with it after having 5 surgeries and still having major back issues to this day that prevents me from doing everything that I used to do before. Even sitting here right now is very, very uncomfortable. And with the breaks we were able to take, it allows me to stand up, stretch, because I can't sit for long periods of time. Even typing, writing, things like that are very complicated for me at this stage in my life. And it's very frustrating, right? But I had to figure out how to turn that pain into to a new purpose, because no one has taken my brain, even if they have taken part of my body, right? And the part of my body that needs to heal is not going to heal the way as quick as I want it to, right? So within that, I had to reset, right? And instead of going into a place of darkness like I was prior to writing What Happens After the Game, I had to figure out how to operate within a space that's outside of my problems and turn it into a purpose, right? So I said, okay, how can I heal differently? How can I get out of my own thoughts and my own mindset that's telling me to give up? And I know I have a story to tell. I know I have experiences to share. And I know that I have an impact that I can have on people that can say, you know what, when life get hard, there's ways to bounce back. It's all about your mindset. And that's where I'm at right now. Although I can't go out and referee and coach and work the way I used to and go jet skiing and even sit for 10 minutes without being in agony. But I can get on here and share my story and hope that my story has an impact and empower others, because there is bounce back from everything. It just takes a level of healing, and it takes a level of having yourself around the right people to keep your mindset safe and positive and doing something productive. And that's exactly where I'm at in my life right now. I'm not letting my injuries consume me to a point of giving up. I just try to figure out how I can help others outside of myself when I find myself in my lowest moments.
Michelle, your story is the perfect fit for what we do here at A Collision with Purpose. The book A Collision with Purpose in Pursuit of Purpose is a compilation of 18 stories. It's like, I'm looking forward to have you in part 2 of this book.
I would love it. I would love it because actually Joan reached out to me a few years back and asked me to be a part of the project, one of her projects. And thanks to Sandy and my cousin Leslie making the introduction, and mentally I wasn't there to say yes, right? Because I was going through things that was blocking my vision. Like I didn't see how productive that opportunity and how healing being a part of that opportunity could be. So I thank Joan to this day for having that conversation, because we had an amazing conversation both times we spoke, and she was very open to being a part of it. And I to this day I don't not want to do something with her, because her spirit is awesome. It's just like, if you're not in a place to receive an opportunity or to say yes, you have to come full circle to understand why. And because I sat down with myself and say, why did you say no to that? Why did you say no to this? Why didn't you do that? And it was because I wasn't there mentally to say yes, to understand how important that opportunity was. But the good part about it is I was able to come full circle and understand, like, okay, what I can say yes to now and what I should say no to are two different things.
Well, no is only a thing for the moment, right?
Yes.
For the moment, right? So
yes.
How can our listeners get your book, purchase your book?
It's on Amazon right now. It opened up at the top seller for professional athletes in the first few weeks of being published in September, which I'm very proud of. And it's on Ingram Sparks as well as on Barnes and Nobles.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a process. I had to get help with that process because, even writing it, it was one of the things where I couldn't physically type things out. I had to speak it. Thank God for the speak to text for me, because of, the limited ability I have with my hands and things like that from the injury that I have to my neck and back. But I was able to speak it, and I was able to get help and reach out for someone to help me turn it into what it is. And I just pray that it impacts people in a way of not just me sharing my story, but they can relate to it and know that there's nothing in life you can't get through and grow through.
Awesome.
You have turned adversity into purpose, and you've done an amazing job doing that. And I really and truly congratulate you, and just continue to do what you do. Your story is so powerful, and I know that, I don't know who's watching right now, but when this is played over and over again, each time someone listens to your story, it will change their lives for the better.
And that's what. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So awesome stuff. Now, tell us about your foundation. But that's another big Michelle Reed Foundation.
Mm-hmm. So the foundation is again something that I sat with, right? Because now that I'm in a place where I have all of this athletic experience, I have this ability to want to make a difference in other people's lives, because that's what puts a smile on my face. And like I said before, I want my legacy to outlive me beyond my time here on earth. Right. So it's doing things impactful for people without looking for anything in return. Right. So, for example, for Thanksgiving, not a beautiful organization that's here in my community called, oh gosh, excuse the brain fart, called Keys to Unlock Silence, prepared and served meals for a homeless teen drop-in center and runaway center here in Queens. And in support of her doing that, we recognized that there were teens there that were unwillingly wearing flip-flops and socks. And that was all they had. They needed clothes, they needed place to live, they need jobs, they need to get to school, they need sneakers, they need boots, they need simple things like, to us, that's toiletries. toilet paper and toothpaste and things like that. And the supervisor shared that they needed sneakers. And me being a sneaker lover that I am, I'm like, my first instinct was like, wow, let me go home and see what I can give. You know what I mean? How I can help. And I said to myself, as I'm sifting through things, I'm like, if I want to help, I'm sure all the friends and family I have on my pages, somebody else may want to help too. So let me share this idea. And it's no pressure to anyone, but when you have a spirit of gratitude, where you're thankful for what you have, no matter where you are in your life, giving isn't hard. It's simple, right? Because you know that your blessings will come tenfold, and you're not doing it for the likes, or you're not doing it for the exposure, or you're not doing it for the pat on the back. You're doing it because you're in a position to help someone else. So I started this Xmas sneaker drive, which was a call to action to help this center. My goal is to get 100 pairs of sneakers donated to this center, so these young people can have a pair of sneakers for the winter, or just to have them, the ownership. You know what I mean? Who wants to walk around in flip-flops and socks in the dead of winter in New York City? That's not a good look, and if you're able to give, even if it's giving your donation, it's just to help someone else because you can, and not because you feel obligated to. So that's a cause that the Michelle Reed Foundation, things like that, is what I want my brand to represent. And I don't care if it's doing a basketball tournament or doing a leadership development. And like I was sharing with Sandy, I would love to to do a beautiful fundraiser and take a group of kids over to Africa and do some of the caring projects that y'all would do, because that's an experience that, one, I never done. And I'm quite sure there's a bunch of young people that would love to experience that too. And not just for the sake of saying I went to Africa, but just to see how different cultures outside of the norm that we're used to are living, and to get that humbled experience to say, you know what, I got to see something outside of New York City, and this is the impact it had on my life. And prayerfully, it has an impact that will help them change their scope of where they want their lives to go in that giving and gratitude spirit. So that's what I want my foundation to represent.
Wow.
Where are you in the process of building up the foundation? Is it organized as a 501c3 yet? Right?
I haven't right now. All it is a brainchild in my head, and I'm speaking it out as I come up with things, the ideas, because the ideas has been in my head. It's something I've been doing for years, just out of just acts of kindness, you know what I'm saying? Or just being support, because I support things, and I tell people not to tag my name to. I don't need no recognition. Just here, this is from me to you, just my way of just because I can help. And I was like, it's okay to be humble like that, but I want to be humbled with a purpose, because it's a bigger picture behind that purpose. So I may be able to just quietly help a few people, 1, 2, 10 people. But just imagine if I allowed myself the freedom to open up to what the possibilities of that can be, and how I can help millions of people, whether you're an athlete or not. And that's the goal.
Humble with a purpose.
Wow. Humble with a purpose. Absolutely. And I'm at the beginning stage. It's taking it all and putting it into, as you say, a PowerPoint presentation, and getting it ready. So in 2024, gracefully, when I'm in a space where I am freely able to make those moves and make those connections, that it's ready to go and really make an impact on other people's lives. Because I'm living for doing things with purpose now. It's like the older you get, the more you want to do things that's meaningful. And that's where I'm at in my life right now. I don't just want to have a job or just start a business just to say that I'm an entrepreneur or that I have a job. I want to do something that's meaningful and that's changing lives. And that's my purpose right now, is to do whatever I do from this point on in my life. I want it to be within purpose. Oh, I love that silence. I love that silence, because that means I gotcha.
Yes, I'm telling you, like you have, like, my brain.
Yeah.
I'm like,
the sound of silence, right?
The power
it's
of
like,
money.
you know, I think what gets me is like we always watch TV, right? And we see people with millions of dollars and just throwing money all over the place and just careless with it. And you look and you're like, gosh, if the Lord would bless me with that kind of money, for the amount of people that I can serve and help, why do people like that get so much? And it's like, no, I can't think like that. You know why? Because that's their purpose. That's their mission. That's divine for them. My vessel is to get to that point, but to learn how to get to that point and be around the people who can help me achieve that. So that way, when I have it, I don't have nobody looking at me negative, like, why she have that? Why? No, it's for me to figure it out. You know what I mean? That's my destiny, is to figure out how to get to that point where I can throw money around, but I'm throwing money around with a purpose. I ain't making it rain for a club. I'm making it rain for a purpose.
For purpose. Awesome. And you're throwing out some nuggets there.
Thank
Humble
you.
with a purpose, rain with a purpose.
Same though.
Donna,
I might get some shirts made, right?
I'm telling you.
Donna, you sounding like you're into this hip hop thing. You want to sing a song for us?
Oh no.
You sound like you're getting ready to do something. Lately, you've been talking about change. Is this one of the new thing that you're changing?
I'm telling you. I mean, like, hopefully, like, you know, I'm not, you know, hope with people who are on, like, you know, they're listening. I mean, like, you've. Oh my gosh, this is just like so powerful. That's why we're so quiet, because we're all like, like we're all taking it in.
Yeah. You know, when you blessed with something, like I was blessed with being an amazing athlete my entire life, right? I was given that gift, and I played at the elementary level, I played at the junior high school level, the high school level, the college level, and the highest level you could possibly play in the pro basketball. How could you not be grateful for that blessing? How could you be stingy with the fact that something like that was given to you and you keep it to yourself? And it's not just the fact that you stepped on the court and scored points and filled seats. It's the fact that what you learned during the journey of making all of that happen. I didn't just wake up and put on a uniform and was good. It took years. It took from 5 years old up until my 30s to become the person I became at each level. Wow. And even mentally, when I had my challenges, I went through depression, I went through sadness, I went through happiness, I went through trials, I went through tribulations, but I'm still here, and that means something. And you can't go through life and not sit with that. And even with me being in the situation I am now, with what I'm dealing with, I can't let all of that, of what I was successfully able to go through, good or bad, and get to this point in my life and let an injury defeat me. I can't. I can't. Yeah, you can't. I just can't. I can't let it win.
No defeat in you at all. It doesn't exist in yourself.
I can't. And it took a lot of growing up. It took a lot of maturity. But importantly, it took a lot of me taking responsibility for my decisions, because all of those things happened based on my decisions. Some things I was able to control, and it was some things I wasn't. I went through financial craziness coming out of high school and had to learn about financial literacy and how to make that work. You know what I mean? I wasn't born with the hustler mentality. I had book smarts and I had athletics. I had to figure out the money part. You know what I mean? And school did not teach about financial literacy. It did not. No level did school teach me. It taught me math, multiplication, addition, all that great stuff. But it didn't teach me about paying bills, interest rates, investing, building a business, having a business mindset, and really understanding how credit works, how to buy a house. I mean, if it wasn't for my basketball scholarship, I would have been like many students coming out of school with college debt instead of a mortgage. Now, there's no reason why my student loan should be my mortgage coming out of college, right? So I'm paying years of college debt before I even own a house. Education is supposed to get me to that point, not keep me from that point. You know what I mean? So it was that you learn the hard way, that I'm like, I can't keep this to myself, because there's there's change needed. And when I tell you, I've been through so many trials and tribulations that there's no way my story can't impact at least somebody. There's one story, I guarantee, one chapter in my book, if you decide to read it, that you will relate to something. I guarantee it. I'm
That's
that
like, that goes to what one our listener Joan T. Randall just said. Your purpose to tell the story. There are athletes waiting for your book to change
Mhm.
their life because they are
Mhm.
depressed and feeling defeated.
Mhm.
This is powerful, very powerful.
Right.
Because we keep a lot of things in, and as a lot of people don't understand, as athletes, we bring our emotions to the court or to the field or to our sport of love. That's how we vent. But emotionally, after we're not connected to the game, that's a whole different mindset. Because now that's where what happens after the game come from. I lived 35 years of playing basketball. So it's like, wow, now what happens? Now what do I do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what happens after the game? What happens after the roars of the crowd get silenced? What happened after what I was so comfortable doing for so long transitions into what? What does that look like? What does that feel like? And if you're not trained in those levels as you go, it becomes a struggle. You know what I mean? And even if you're graduating with a degree, it's like, what do I do with that degree? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and as an athlete, we spend so much time committed to the game that you understand that you got to commit to the business side of you, the brand side of you after the game while you're still playing the game. And I didn't have that experience. I was just so consumed in the game and graduating that, I just thought everything would just fall in place once I graduated. But it wasn't easy. Mentally, it wasn't easy because you got to know how to take the information and apply it. It's not just having the information,
Mhm.
it's having the information and applying it.
Planet. Indeed.
Mhm.
Indeed. So, Donna, Michelle, you know,
Yes.
I've listened to you, and one word keeps coming at us, the word gratitude.
Hmm.
You've said it over and over again. And that's the word that we're going to focus on right now. What do you
Hmm.
have to say about gratitude? Donna, Michelle, you want to share something about gratitude for our listeners?
Go ahead,
I,
Donna. That.
yeah, I just think we have to be grateful for everything that we have. We have to be grateful for life because so many are not as fortunate. Even if they're living, they may have different ailments, disabilities, challenges, homelessness. So every day that we get up and we are breathing and we're able to give a word of encouragement to someone or share something, whether it's tangible or not, or just a word of encouragement to anyone, we have to be grateful. And we have to be grateful for our life experiences.
Hmm.
We have to be grateful for our knowledge
Hmm.
because those things are for us to share with others so we can help to empower individuals and help them come out of dark places where they may be. So, just being grateful for every single thing that you have, the smallest of things. We have to be grateful.
I echo
Yeah,
that. There's nothing else to add to that. It's just being grateful for the big and small things that no matter how big and how small, I'm grateful for life and everything that comes with it, even the things we don't understand. You got to be grateful for it because it's a lesson in everything. And it's also a blessing in everything.
absolutely. So, I want to ask a question for our listeners,
Mhm.
watchers, audience.
Mhm.
What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for this moment. And I say that because I didn't do enough living in my moments. I was always planning for the next thing. So I'm learning to live in each moment. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I already lived the last minute, I already lived yesterday, but all I can say is this moment right here and right now, I'm grateful to be in it and I'm grateful for what it will do for others and myself.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, gratitude is contagious, right?
Mm-hmm.
We express it, we uplift ourselves and those around us. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
asking our listeners, anyone who's out there,
Mm-hmm.
let's pledge to live a gratitude filled life, making each day a little brighter for ourselves and others. You know,
Right.
I think if we can do that, I think we'll go a long way in this making even a small difference, right?
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Donna, is there anything you want to add, Michelle? Anything else you want to add? You know, we've been on for a minute, and we just can't have enough of you. You may have to come back.
You're gonna have to come back.
What
I have a
time it is?
tendency to go over on people's schedules for some reason. I mean, I'm guilty.
But we only have so much time, of course. But what you shared with us today was, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Powerful beyond powerful. I'm sure it's resonating. It's just doing what it's supposed to do. You've put it
Right.
out there. You've put it out
Right.
there, and it's not just in words. It's your life story.
Right.
It's you. We talk about looking in the mirror. The person in the mirror is you, and you're
That's
telling
right.
the story like no other person can. So it's your story. Donna, talk to us before we go out, please. And we'll give Michelle a chance to close out as well.
Sure. Well, I just want to tell all our listeners that we are very grateful that you have joined us this evening, and I know that you have walked away with a wealth of knowledge from Michelle, and I'm sure you're going to definitely go back and look at your life, and whatever setbacks you may have, you're definitely going to look at the positive things you can take from that. And like we said, thank you for joining us here in the spotlight. I'm quite sure you enjoy the show, and I know that we are going to extend our invite to Michelle to come back, because this was powerful, and I'm quite sure you have so much more to share with us. So I'm so grateful that and humbled that you said yes, and you decided to spend your evening with us. And may you always be blessed, and just great success, and definitely lots of abundance to you, so that you can do all the things that your heart desire.
Thank you. And I echo that right back to you both. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. And I'm here for it. I'm just here to just be that vessel, however that looks. So thank you.
Well, Michelle Chocolate Reed, you are you are that vessel that has just been used for just to do some powerful things, and just continue to do what you do as you
Mhm.
can do it, are capable of doing it. So we really appreciate you coming on. And as Donna said, you'll be back on. You'll be back
Yes.
on. You'll be back on. So,
One more thing
Donna,
before we go. I can I
go
can
ahead,
I just say thank you to Joan for her kind words in the chat. Thank you very much, Joan.
please.
I see you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to get that in. I'm sorry.
Uh, that's
No,
like
fine.
we said. This is unrehearsed, unfiltered. You say it as it comes to you, and that's what it's all about, right? Right, Donna.
Yeah.
This is the whole part where we talk real stuff, real stuff, and it is what it is. We put it out there. Sometimes it may ruffle some feathers. Sometimes it may encourage some. So that's what we do, right? So Donna, let's wrap up here by talking a little bit about unearthing you and what that book is all about, and what we have in March. Can you just bring that on again for us, please?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Like we said, we have our guide to self-discovery and personal growth, unearthing you hot off the press. That's what we have going on now. You can actually place your order on Amazon or the website. There is a workshop that also goes with this wonderful guide. So go ahead and get your copy today. And of course, our great book will be coming out sometime in December 2023, A Collision with Purpose. And once again, once that is published, go ahead and get your copy. However, you can actually pre-order your books now. So if you visit our website, you can actually pre-order your books for our Collision with Purpose. And we have our event that will be taking place March 2nd, 2024 at the Shiloh High School. And that is in Snellville, Georgia. And tickets are for sale. So go ahead and grab your tickets. Seats are limited. So if you want to be in the room, you want to go ahead and get your tickets now, because we do have a limitation on seats. And of course, we have wonderful apparel that Dr. Stevenson will go over because we're wearing it.
I gotta get my shirt. I gotta get my sweatshirt.
Yes,
I
you
love
do.
it.
In fact, it is, something when we just do, Donna, is when we bring a guest on, we will let them leave with a shirt, a hoodie, or something like that. I think that's a good idea. And yeah, that's something we're going to implement. We're going to implement
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
So if you come on our platform, you will walk away with one of these: a collision with purpose. And Donna will say, in pursuit of purpose. That's
Love
what
it.
this is all about. So that's it. That's it
Love
in a
it.
nutshell. So that's it. That is it for now. Thank you, everyone, and blessings always. Good night.
Thank you for joining us.
Good night.